David!
Yes, Mr. Filoni.
David, it seems to me that people don't know about our new Star Wars TV show.
Which one, sir? The Mandalorian Season 3?
No, they know about that one.
Bad Batch.
No, they know about that one, but only because we just released a trailer.
The Ahsoka Show?
Yes, they know about that.
The Acolyte.
Actually, now that you mention it, leak some set pictures, that'll get them talking.
Sir, I'm afraid now I don't even know what show you're talking about.
David. Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton what?
Skeleton Crew.
And what is that about, sir?
The group of kids who get lost somewhere in the unknown regions? The one that ties into the search for Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn? The one that will give a new perspective on the Force and what it means for the galaxy?
Okay, that bit sounds interesting. Who's directing?
John Watts.
Who?
He directed the MCU Spider-Man trilogy.
Right, okay, and who have you cast in it?
Officially, we've cast Oscar-nominated actor Jude Law, but unofficially, we've also cast...
Okay, that actually sounds really cool. When is it set and how does it tie into Star Wars?
Well, David, I'm so glad you asked. It's set after Return of the Jedi, but before The Mandalorian, and of course, it's going to have my favourite character.
Also, don't say it.
David, you know I love her.
Sir, she is in every show that you make.
Because the people love her.
Do they though?
They do.
Sir, I'm...
Ahsoka cameo. David!
Yes, Mr. Filoni.
David, it has come to my attention that we need Season 2 of The Bad Batch to be bigger and better than Season 1.
Yes, sir, that's generally how TV shows work.
We need some groundbreaking ideas. Give Crosshair the best storyline.
Yes, sir, we can do that.
Write this down, David.
Yes, sir.
We need serious moments, but not too scary for the kids.
Like Camino being destroyed.
Exactly.
Sir, do you realise how much emotional damage that caused people?
Yes.
Okay.
David!
Sir?
You know what we need? Cameos.
Oh no.
Yes, lots of cameos. David, who should we have?
Well, you could have...
Bring in Rex and Cody.
I mean, I guess they're clones, so that makes sense.
We need someone pulling the strings behind the scenes. Palpatine!
So you want the biggest villain in the galaxy in your small-scale TV show?
Is there an issue with that?
No, sir.
Good.
Sir, might I suggest...
Gungi!
Who? What? Gungi?
Everybody loves a Wookiee Jedi.
This is true.
And of course...
Sir?
My greatest creation.
Sir, there is really no need.
My true hero.
Sir, there is zero reason to put her in this show.
My all-time favourite character.
Sir, I must insist...
Ahsoka cameo. David?
Yes, Mr. Filoni.
David, how have we done this year?
What do you mean, sir?
As a whole, how is the Star Wars? Run me through it.
Well, sir, we started off with the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh no.
Most people thought it wasn't great, but interest peaked in the Mandalorian episodes.
Because of Ahsoka?
No, sir. I think the Mandalorian was the drawcard there.
Oh.
Then we had Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, that went well, didn't it?
It did, sir. Once people had gone to therapy, they were very happy.
Everybody loves Ewan McGregor. What's next?
After that, we had Andor.
And how was that?
That had a smaller audience, but the smaller audience loved it.
Was Ahsoka in that one?
No, sir.
Well, that would explain the smaller audience.
Sir, that's not... You know what? Never mind. Finally, we had Tales of the Jedi.
Ahsoka was in that one.
Yes, sir. Except...
Except what?
Well, sir, people seem to like the Dooku episodes more.
What do you mean? People don't like Ahsoka anymore?
No, not at all, sir. They just didn't find the Ahsoka episodes as... well written as the Dooku ones.
How is that possible?
I'm not sure I should answer that, sir.
What is this treachery?
So you're being overdramatic again.
So that's the bad news. Do you have any good news?
Well, sir, the good news is that the Dooku episodes did well.
David? David?
Yes, Mr. Filoni.
David, what shows do we have coming out next year?
Well, sir, it seems we have The Bad Batch, The Mandalorian, The Ahsoka Show, and The Acolyte.
And tell me, David, do any of those shows have an Order 66 scene in them?
No, sir.
Put one in all of them.
Sir, there is no reason to include Order 66 in these shows.
There's no reason yet.
Sir, you managed to fit an Order 66 scene into at least half of the shows from this year.
I did, and it caused the fans serious emotional damage every time.
And you want to do that again?
Yes.
Sir, I struggle to see how you would fit this into any of these shows. We've seen it doesn't affect the Bad Batch, you've shown Grogu's backstory, Ahsoka even had 4 whole episodes dedicated to her point of view. We can't possibly flash back anymore.
David?
Yes, sir.
What was the other show you mentioned?
The Acolyte?
And when is that set?
So that's set over 100 years before Order 66.
That does complicate things. Wait, David, I've got it!
I fail to see how you could have anything, sir.
What if we don't flash back?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
We can't even go back to it if we tried. That leaves only one option.
Wait, sir? No.
David!
Sir, this really doesn't make any sense.
What if...
Sir, I'm begging.
We have a flash forward! David!
Yes, Mr. Filoni.
David, which shows has Ahsoka appeared in this year?
Well, so she appeared in the Book of Boba Fett and Tales of the Jedi.
Wonderful, and did people like when she showed up in those?
Generally speaking, it was a positive reception.
Fantastic. What shows in 2023 can we put her in?
Well, so you are dedicating a whole show to her next year.
Yes, this is true. But what else can she be in?
Sir, I don't think she needs to be in anything else.
Nonsense, David. What other shows do we have?
Well, we have The Bad Batch Season 2, The Mandalorian Season 3, and The Acolyte.
Amazing. Put her in all of them.
So that doesn't make any sense. The Acolyte alone is set almost 100 years before Ahsoka is born.
That does complicate things. Oh well, put her in the other two.
Sir, I'm afraid that's not possible.
What do you mean?
Well, you mentioned putting her in The Bad Batch, but if you do that, you can't put her in The Mandalorian Season 3.
Why not?
Well, so you can only put Ahsoka in 2 shows per year.
Since when?
It's the rules, sir.
That's a stupid rule. Get rid of it.
Sir, this order comes from higher up.
Higher up?
Sir, this order comes from Kathy.
Kathy.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathy.
Yes, the woman in charge of all of Lucasfilm.
Kathy.
The woman who worked with both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
Kathy. David, I'd like to have a word with Kathy.
Yes, sir. I'll schedule that in.
David, what's on the agenda for today?
Well, sir, you have your meeting with Kathy today.
Oh, that's today. What time?
Yeah, it's now, sir.
Now? What do you mean now?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hi, Kathy. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. David here mentioned that you wanted to talk to me about something.
Yes. David, why don't you tell her what I wanted to say?
Well, sir, it might be best coming from you.
Nonsense, David. You tell her.
Well, Miss Kennedy, it seems that Mr. Filoni here is in fact not a fan of the Ahsoka rule.
Yes, I thought this might come up. Well, it's all in my notes here. Yes, Ahsoka Tano cannot appear in more than 2 shows per year. Seeing as we're already planning on making a show where she's the title character, that only leaves you with 1 left. And I have here in my notes that you were going to put her in Skeleton Crew. Isn't that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So, why am I here?
He wants to put her in the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian.
Well, clearly that's not possible. It's against the rules. It's not happening.
But
Let's review what I am letting you do this year.
oh, yes?
Oh no.
Let's see. We're giving your favorite character her own show. You're getting another season of The Bad Batch. The Mandalorian Season 3 is bigger and better than ever. And you're getting Skeleton Crew.
But no one knows about that.
Oh, we do, Dave. We do. And finally, across all of these shows, you're getting 137 cameos.
That is rather excessive. I'm surprised you allowed it.
It was a struggle getting it under 200.
Wait, 137? I thought we only had 136.
Yes, but then you asked for that extra one in The Bad Batch.
Which extra one?
Sir?
Wait, the one in the Season 2 finale?
That's the one.
Ma'am, he's getting that look again.
The one that's going to tie into Mando Season 3?
That's it.
Miss Kennedy, you should really stop this before he gets any more ideas.
The one that was teased at the end of last season?
No.
Yes.
Grogu cameo! David, shall we play a game?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Who should we put in Mandalorian Season 3?
Well, so I really think the focus should be on Din Djarin and Grogu. That's the core of the show, and it's what the fans love.
They do, but they also love cameos and references!
Well, so look at the logic here. Din Djarin has to go to Mandalore, he has to fight Bo-Katan for the throne, unite the Mandalorian clans, all while dealing with the remnants of the Empire. That's plenty for 1 season.
Well, yes, but I was thinking we could do another Order 66 flashback. This time a longer one.
So, really?
And then we could go to Coruscant in the present!
So, I really don't see how this works with the story.
What if we had a droid bar? Oh, and we could go back to Tatooine!
Tatooine, again? Really?
Oh, and who do we include for cameos? We
Uh...
could have Luke, we could have Leia. What if we put Mace Windu in there?
So, enough. You've got so much in this season already. There's plenty of material in the main plot, plus setting up stuff for the future, and you don't need to shoehorn in every single character you can think of. Heck, Babu Frick could even be in this series and no one would bat an eye.
Oh, David, be reasonable.
Well, if he can't be in it, you'll have to tell him yourself.
I'll have to... Wait, what?
If he can't be in Mandalorian Season 3, you're gonna have to tell him yourself.
What do you mean tell him myself?
So you have your meeting with him today. It's now, actually.
You're telling me I have a scheduled meeting with Babu Frick?
Yes, sir, we booked this in months